Right, so these are just like these are apps that I've took inspiration from. I'll tell you a bit of like the aim of the app was like originally decided to make it for men with depression, because I did a lot of research into like suicide rates are higher with men and things like that, so I kind of went down that route. But then the more research I did, the more I realised how many apps there already are out there. So the aim now is to target it at men, like millenniums, which be like before they get to the suicidal stage. Like that's my aim now. So
which is what's the age range? Is it sort of mid-20s to...
Yeah, I think I'm going to say from hopefully like 20 to 35, 40, which is... but again, I'll see what you think age-wise, whether you think it's targeted at somebody younger or older than that. Like, yeah, if that's cool.
Yeah.
So this, I'll show you. Have any of you been on the Movember app before?
Yeah, built it.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
Not the app, not the Movember app. Sorry, the one we do with Barry.
Oh
so
my god,
different
that's
to
crazy
Movember.
though.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
So we've done Motivated Barbers, which is...
oh, of course, yeah. I think this is the thing that you sent me.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
okay.
set learning tools for barbers, not to create counsellors out of them, but to give them the tools and signposting they need to help people kind of point them in the right direction.
Yeah, that's really. I was having a little read about when you sent me that. It's a really cool idea. I've kind of like took a bit of inspiration from that and thought like of an idea that what like the brands that I want to get like that hopefully will get involved with the app. Like that could be a thing that they then get like help on or like information on how to like speak to customers in a
because it's not
way and
you don't, it's a fine line between turning people into like thinking they've got the skills to
be a psychiatrist,
talk somebody out of jump off a bridge and whatever. It's fun about it, and then giving them the actual just the ability to know how to help somebody like expand on things and
open
talk themselves into going to find help. I think that's kind of
yeah
the idea behind the Motivated Barbers thing.
So is there an app separately?
There's no app for it, no, it's a pilot.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a pilot website, so it's thrown out to various hairdressers that are kind of on board with Mo anyway. They're kind of pioneers of the stuff they create. They approach those guys first and they're kind of trying it with them at the moment, so it's kind of 5 different countries. They've got a few different barbers all over the show. I don't know, Barry will know if he's coming, I'm not sure if Barry's coming.
No, Barry's not making it.
But yeah, Barry's the company that commissioned it, and we helped sort of build the design and stuff.
They're called Cooper Robertson or something.
Robertson Cooper, yeah.
Robertson Cooper, I'm going to write that down.
Cooper Robinson, that's
Is that
the
Barry?
Australian one.
That right
Yeah.
Do you work for an agency then?
Does it?
Yeah.
No.
They do like a wellbeing
stuff. Work.
Oh right.
I mean, I did Movember one year and went on the app then. Well, that was 3 or 4 years ago, so I can't remember it.
Well, if I can, I just kind of
Yeah,
like
sorry.
made some
Yeah,
screenshots and
just,
stuff. No, that's really interesting though. But like basically the app. Basically the app at the moment is like you can. It's all about tracking your like Movember journey, and you can like add pictures to it and stuff, and track your personal progress. Like you can put in distance if you've walked, like if you've gone for a run or gone for a walk, and you can like make comments and they save to a little journal and stuff. And then you can like you create your profile, and it's a lot about like one of like their main call to action is like to get people to donate and things like that. But is that something you would use? Is that something you're interested in, or would you only use it if you were doing Movember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Mo thing is it's kind of a nice sort of fad for a while, wasn't it?
Well,
it's done to death now for me.
I went to get I was getting some running shoes fitted, and the guy went, "Oh yeah, rocking the Mo, bro," and I went, "Mate."
It just
shaved it straight.
It's almost something you don't
Just
really
donate
associate
some money
with.
instead.
Really?
So if you're doing it,
Okay.
you downloaded the app. What was the app for? Just to take photos of your moustache?
It was to sign up and say, "Oh, I'm doing it, and this is where I can." It was almost like a Just Giving at the time, man. This is where I get my sponsorship.
And they're trying to make it. I think they're trying to make it then throughout the year. It's this idea of, like, one of the things is you can join a team. So it's like about connecting people. I'm pretty
A lot of
sure
workplaces have done that. haven't they?
Yeah.
So I was just felt
in
like it was a
your
1 month
area.
a thing, one month a year thing, and then I never look at it again.
Yeah.
And I like the idea behind it. I think at a certain point, I hate to use the words Tom loves this, too commercial, but it gets to the point where it's like,
Yeah.
it's a bit cheesy.
And that's why it annoyed me.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
bloke said, "Oh, like your Mowbray," and I'm like, "Mate, just now you ruined it for me now."
Okay.
Because
No,
I
that
keep
makes
forgetting
sense
I've got one. When I was doing it, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, I've got one now." And then it just got a bit cheesy, didn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of the sort of the hipster sort of group hijacked it, and then it just went beyond that, kind of the hipster group.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like,
Probably like hipsters.
So it's just something that you almost don't want to be associated with just because of
So-
the like.
to a
Yeah.
level, but at the
group
same
of
time, I
people
mean, you
that
can
kind of do it.
appreciate what it's trying to do,
Yeah.
but
It's not something you download,
No,
for
no.
example.
No, it's a good cause, but I just don't
Yeah.
want to do it.
I think the most blokes would be at the most happy to do something over a month, but more than that, they're not interested for the rest of the year. They'll
Yeah.
just keep coming back to it.
Yeah.
Certainly in my age, anyway.
Apart from fancy football.
Fun
It's just
football,
something
yeah,
people
keeps
do
you
for a whole
cracking.
year.
I know, which is bizarre. It's how popular it is. Okay, no, that's helpful. Right. Another app that I took inspiration from is Dojo. I don't know if you've ever used it. It's like based in London. And it's almost like a guide to the city, and there's different categories in it, from like late night drinking to theatre and performance, exhibitions like around me and things like that. So when you're in London, you can go on it, and it's just like a guide.
Right.
Tells you about things going on that week, and then you can save your own. So say for example you see a bar you like, you can save it, and it's like you've got loads of things, like, you know, on Airbnb you can create your own groups and
Yeah.
stuff. And then it's so, and then you can like add it to your schedule, and it'll tell you about like opening times and a bit about the restaurant. I know this is quite a contrasting app, but this kind of links in with my idea. But is this something that you'd be interested in getting if it was some like based just not in London, but just if anybody could have it, but it was based in your area? Would it be something?
Potentially, yeah.
essentially, because I do struggle to find really what's on. I end up looking at things like,
Google Explore.
Yeah.
or Manchester Confidential, things like that, websites like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
you-
like,
you want something that's kind of got a bit of kudos with it though.
See, for me, we go away for like weekends a lot, and you get somewhere and you're like, I don't know where should
I was
eat.
going to say that.
So the first thing you do is go on TripAdvisor and you start
Yeah.
looking for top restaurants, top
TripAdvisor
bars.
is just terrible the most. So
But yeah, TripAdvisor
it's
everybody
subjective,
lies.
and
Yeah.
people can write stuff,
Yeah.
and they're not like
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's like
So-
everything on Netflix gets 5 stars when it's clearly crap.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think cause Bristol this weekend, we were down there. We didn't know where to go really, did we?
we could have done with something like that, maybe.
And if
It's
you've
all
got,
good comments to listen to.
well, if it links to what I don't know, like, so say I live in Manchester and it keeps popping up, and I've been there,
Yeah.
and that then builds like a profile, doesn't it? So when you go
Yeah.
to Nottingham, you go, oh, this is similar to
Yeah.
the place you went in Manchester. This is similar
That's
to the
nice.
place in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And you go,
Yeah,
okay, that's
yeah.
my sort of scene. I'm going to go there, and that's people like me. I like that.
Yeah.
more.
See, I'm going to Nottingham for like a stag do, and
That's a good.
And I'm thinking, like, because I like Samuel Smith's beers and they're dead cheap beers. And I'm thinking, if I get down to Nottingham, yeah, is there an app that I've got down there, and it just shows me all the Samuel Smith bars around, or,
Your Jerusalem.
Oh, like
yeah,
the cheapest
or
beer.
something like this. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Old Ben pubs.
yeah. Well, yeah, show me Old Men Pub basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't show me
This is really good.
shitty
That's-
jazz bars. Yeah, block jazz bars.
No heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting though, but you'd like to say no to places as well, like
Oh yeah.
you can. Right,
Well,
okay.
that's always the best thing about the Spotify playlist radio, wasn't it? That you could like say, "Oh no, I don't like
Yeah.
this song," and it would like eliminate that type of song from your
But you'll find the eighth
profile.
group defines what they're looking for as well, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like swanky bars when you're younger, because that's where the ladies go.
Yeah.
And as you get a lady, you don't want the swanky bars then. You just want something that's a pint,
Chilled.
that's alright.
With half decent music.
Yeah, with not an elevator music.
But maybe have to be able to, yeah, like you said, create groups. So if you're with different groups of friends, like
Yeah.
for instance, if you're with the Phils of you might want to go and find some slightly lesser quality establishments.
This is all really.
That's a really good
warm
idea.
establishments. Yeah.
I do like that idea of profile though, because you can have like, all right, with the wife, with my friends, with
Yeah.
work, and
Because
wherever you are,
never in
and
the
you
same
can find
room,
yourself
you're all
in.
different things,
Yeah, if you could pin something say, I went here with Nick for a meal, it was alright. And then when I'm in town, it pops up saying, oh, Nick and Tom went here like last February.
This is
They really liked it.
literally like my idea, so it's
Okay.
really exciting.
And you feel, oh yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like,
That's-
Tom, that was crap. Last time I listened to you.
Right.
That'd be, I've never even been there, mate. I just read a crap
Don't know
review,
how
put it
that
on, I knew you were going. I knew you were going.
I know, that's really good. That's good feedback. So this is another app, again, quite contrasting, but this is used a lot by people with depression, and I've spoke to 2 people that use it themselves, but I personally, I understand the concept, but it's a bit too, like, your feed is a bit random. So basically it's called Mood Trap, and everyone that has the app, you get a feed that just says everyone, which is just everyone using the app, and they post their mood and a comment underneath. So for example, they could say something like feeling sad, and then they'll write underneath it, oh, I had such a bad day, this and that happened, and then people can comment on it. So it's all just very random that who comments, and you can just put your username to whatever you want and things. And
So is it only your friends, or is it?
Yeah, it's quite.
it's everyone.
It's quite open then.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's-
so open to
It's
trolling
all
then.
very
Why would you download that if you were depressed?
because people comment on so for example, say you've put them really upset or whatever.
Right.
A lot of people on it do try and comment back,
Are you okay,
uplifting
hon?
things like.
Yeah. But they're not phishing like Facebook. Oh, I can't believe that's just happened, and then there's like
I think
50
we click out
comments.
to moderate.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
it is very much like I want to cut myself, which
Right.
is a bit.
It's quite
But then
heavy
you
then.
click on it and
Right.
it's like 10 people have commented on it saying like, "Come on, you can get through this" and all that kind of stuff. So
So it's an open. It's like an
I think
open,
It's a bit of a risk.
open room
It-
for.
well, that's my only opinion on it is how do you not know that there's a 12-year-old girl and a 90-year-old man communicating on it, like
don't.
whether that's just like, oh, hope you're okay or something. It's almost like
Well,
how do you know who you're talking to? That's my
And
only
also,
thing.
if somebody is in like danger, like someone could just go them on and say, "Well, come and do it." Then.
I think it's very open to trolling,
Yeah.
and
They're basically trying to create like an AA group, but on a phone. And it doesn't work like that because you need to see the people.
It's
and
such a massive cry to help to put that to a bunch of random people as well.
I know.
Like, it's
I mean,
just-
you can
very
you can follow
exposed.
people on it, and then you go on your followers, and it's just their feed. So you can make it a bit more like selective what kind of feed you come through, and then each person's profile they've got like a little map, and it says all different emotion they've posted on. You can look on certain days, certain weeks, and then from that you can look a bit more closely about the kind of, so that's like your profile, as you can see progress and see, oh, I was feeling
Trying to
this
see what
and
triggers
that.
what.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an actual location map showing where you were. When
No,
you, okay.
no, it doesn't. It just says the time when you posted it and then the
Yeah.
comments underneath. But I think it is about you kind of understanding your emotions and stuff. But yeah,
I think I
it's
talked to you about a similar thing. Like, I think we were in a club in Didsbury, and I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, it'd be nice just to track how you sort of what pisses you off all week and stuff, and see,
Yeah.
and you can start learning things, other things." But I think I don't.
I mean, I
feel
do.
like,
I kind of do that work-wise, like,
yeah.
like look on my, just to help me track business progress. But you can see when you're shit and when you're good, and when you're effective and when you're not.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that?
I can't use it on an app because I get distracted and procrastinate when I try and do it on an app. So I literally do it in a diary now. That's the
right,
only way I
right,
keep
right,
myself
things
focused.
down.
Right, this is what I did
That's
this hour.
cool.
This is what I did that hour. This is what I did this hour. And then I
Is
can
that-
see how much of the day I've lost, and then how much
It's
of the
basically a
day.
journal, isn't it?
Yeah, and how much. Well, it's part of like I've been keep getting told off for time management, so it's tracking how much time I spend on each task a week, and then working out which ones are actually important and moving them. I just feel with this app, I don't know. I really like a cry to help for random people.
I don't know.
I think
It
the
just seems
idea's
so
there,
exposed.
but it's just a bit too much. Like I don't know whether they've got features within it that can recognise if somebody's saying negative things and stuff. I don't know, and like if it doesn't seem like there's
Just
anything that you
don't
can
know if
report.
it
but-
seems trying to be a bit simplified. I think a lot of depressed people wouldn't really know they're depressed in the first place as well, so they probably wouldn't be using it.
Yeah.
until they get to a
I
point
mean-
where
I
they
mean-
want to.
If you were depressed and you kept reading loads of people depressed all the time, is that not self-perpetuating then?
Well, yeah, that could be a thing.
Because if I'm down, then I'll you can listen to music to bring yourself up again, or and
yeah,
I'm not going to start reading about somebody else that's depressed. I don't know.
I just feel like you've got to that point where you're putting it on an app with lots of random people. You're really way down the line, and you probably should be seeking other sorts of help.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
So,
I have worked on something similar for the fitness and wellbeing site, but it's basically just a redesign of all the system, which is just wasn't right. And they've got like this journal, you can choose a happy, sad, whatever face, and it kind of plots your graph, and you get a kind of visual journey of how you've been working.
what's that called?
So it's called Make Your Switch.
Make Your Switch. Alright.
It's a bit of a confused thing. Like they're about to change direction on it again. But they've just got too many things going on with it. So they've got all these fitness videos, they've got all these like nutrition and meal planners and recipes. Then they've got wellbeing advice and that sort of thing, and trying to give people these journals to be able to add their own like comments and like emotion. But there's no kind of public commenting. There's public boards, but you wouldn't comment and then expect people to
comment back
on your diary. Yeah,
like
it's more of a diary, personal diary as opposed to.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Have a
have a look at that stuff.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
if you need to speak to somebody there as well, I know the lady that works there. She'd
that
more
would
than
be really
happily talk to
interesting.
you. So
That would be really
she's
interesting.
So it's like a personal fitness and nutrition journal, but you can comment on the videos.
yeah, you can comment like well, there's like a separate board area, community area, and then you have your own profile where you can make your own like fitness plans and recipe plans and that sort of thing. And we've also done an app off the back of it, which is purely just the fitness videos. But yeah, she's great. She does like I think she writes for various magazines and stuff as well.
That's cool. That would be really interesting too.
So she'd be more than happy, I'm sure.
That'd
to
be cool.
check.
That'd be good. Was that the last?
To be honest, don't tell her this, but you might actually teach them something. Because we're trying to get to loads of like UX and research into, because they keep changing direction without kind of working out exactly what they're trying to do.
Well, I
Just
think
have all
that
this
was kind of
information,
my
just
problem at the
throw it
start. I was like, right, I'll have this, and this on the app, and then I'm still trying to like get the features down to what it is, because like I feel like if it's not clear what the app's going to give you, then it's probably not.
You start with the absolute base minimum, and then you kind of.
I know. I think I did it backwards, which is.
No, but you would do.
probably
You always do, and it's dead hard to split it down to those what are
Defined
really
things.
kind of important
So
bits.
this is my idea. So, but because it's for like a campaign, you can say that it's gonna come out in like a year's time or anything. So I want to have incorporated in it artificial intelligence so that it learns about the user. So like the main the big thing about it will be that it's unique to each user based on the data that you give it. So you can